Hi everyone, my name is Marin and welcome to Fit Simplified's hip band exercise or workout routine. Today we're gonna take our hip bands and do nice booty exercises so that we can build our hips, build our booty and our leg strength as well as our core. What I want you to get started with is probably the medium, if not large band, if this is a beginning exercise for you or this is your first time working with the hip bands. The first exercise we're gonna get into is placing the bands around our thighs, right above the knees. Make sure they're not outside the knees. We're gonna open our legs. You're gonna feel that resistance, hip width or shoulder width apart. And we're gonna do our traditional squat. So making sure that our feet are parallel, our toes are pointed forward, back is nice and straight, pushing those hips back and keeping the back nice and straight, necks in neutral. Arms are out, exhale, push through the heels, squeezing the glutes and the core, standing up. And we're actually pushing our hips forward slightly. So push the hips back, hips forward. Inhale, exhale. Core is tight. It's gonna feel a little bit more difficult than traditional squats because you've got this nice isometric hold going on around your thighs. After that, we're keeping it here, but we're doing nice side to side walk, staying nice and low in that squat position, walking side to side. Breathing as we do this. We're doing this nice and controlled. We're focusing on the mind, where the motion is, so we get the most out of it. And most importantly, don't hunch over. Keep it nice and flat. So straight back, shoulders back, hips back, spine is aligned, like we're sitting into an invisible chair. From here, we're gonna take these down to our ankles. Now you can either come up to the wall, and I'm walking like a duck here, but you can come up to the wall for support and lift. They're gonna be very small lifts. So you're coming from here, extending just a little bit, lift. And it's gonna take all of your muscles, ITs, abductor, adductor, legs, hips, core. And we want that, exhaling, and then releasing slow. So you're only moving just maybe an inch, but you're gonna feel that all the way up into your core. And we're doing side leg lifts. We're gonna do one side, then we're gonna do the other side. Then we're gonna do rear leg lifts, and this should feel a little bit more. And you can really exhale and kick it back, but make sure that when you do kick it back, you are holding, then slowing it down. Now, if you want to, you're welcome to keep it up here and do your leg lifts here. And if you're beginning, I recommend that you do that because this way you have a little bit more extension and range of motion. So unless you're advanced, let's keep it there. That way you get a little bit more range of motion. You're working the muscle thoroughly. After that, we're gonna take the hip bands off of our legs, set it down, and then we're just gonna jog it out. Jog those legs out. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do the set one time around in real time together so you can collect where you need to be, what pace you're at. Do anywhere between 10 to 15 reps. See how many you can do if you keep up with my pace. I'm gonna aim for about 10 reps myself. And then when you're done, you're going to pause the video, take a quick break, and then repeat this circuit 2 more times for 3 total rounds before moving on to the next circuit. So let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna keep the bands up here the whole time. Unless you're advanced and really wanna feel that core, you can move it down to the ankles for the leg lifts. So here we go. Feet shoulder width apart, squat. Be sure that your knees aren't buckling in. They stay nice and parallel the entire time. And that's the whole point because we're getting that nice isometric hold with the bands. Breathing as we do this. Halfway there. Get as low into the squat as you can. Really pushing in through those heels and flexing the glutes. One more. Good. Side to side, here we go. Stay low. We're doing 2 steps on each side before moving out. If you want to do 10 to 15 in one direction before moving in the other, that's fine too. Woo, it burns. Breathe, stay low, engage that core, push the hips back. Hips back, 2 more on each side. Good. Whew, shake it out a bit. And if you need a little support, feel free to get it. Leg lifts out to the side. Try to stay nice and upright so the only thing moving is your leg. Core is tight. Breathe. Halfway there. Really squeeze those glutes and the core. 2 more. Good, other side. Nice and upright. Here we go. Good, breathe with it. Keep those legs nice and straight. You can have a soft bend in the standing knee if you need to, but this one's straight. Spine is straight. 3 more. Good job, last one. Good. Back leg lift, so toes back, lift. Squeeze the glutes, lift, control it on the way down. Core is engaged. Good. Breathe. Flex that foot. Push through the heels. 3 more. Keep that upper body as still as possible. Other side. So it's okay if you have a little forward bend, but just try to keep it as still as you possibly can. Try to keep the hips tucked as well so that you're not arching your back. So everything is nice and flat. Extending through the head. Core is engaged. Glutes are engaged. Thighs are engaged. 3 more. Breathe. Last one. Good. Drop the bands and jog it out. Whoo! Loosen up those legs. Maybe do a nice circle dance. Jog it out. Maybe bring your knees high or heels back. Whew. Nice little break here. Remember to take a 30 to 60 second break before pausing the video and doing the circuit 2 more times. On to circuit number 2. We're gonna bring the bands around our thighs just like we did in circuit number 1. And from here, we're on our hands and knees, all 4s. Tuck the toes in the back, make sure the wrists are directly beneath the shoulders, knees directly beneath the hips. From here, we're just gonna do a nice little kickback, keeping that knee bent. We're gonna kick our sole of our foot or our heel up towards the sky, and then come back to center. Much like the standing leg lifts, you wanna make sure your upper body and torso stay still, and it's your leg that's doing the movement and the work. Of course, we're gonna do the other side, and when we're done, we're gonna come to the side. Knees are slightly bent, just like this, and we're gonna open, relax, open, relax. So side lying clams, you can do this on your elbow or on your forearm, whatever feels good to you. Then we're going to rotate onto our back, placing this, let's go ahead and place this right under our knees. So we're not at the ankles quite yet, but we're at under the knees, lift. Opposite leg, lift. So if you wanna make it easier, bring it above the knees and then lift. For intermediate, bring it below the knees, around the calves. And then for advanced, bring it around the ankles, feet shoulder width apart, and lift. Okay, so do that where you need to. We're gonna alternate either side of the leg lifts. Then we're bringing this back up to the thighs, spreading the legs so they're shoulder width apart, and doing bridge lifts or bridge thrusts. Exhaling, pushing through the heels, and lifting the hips up towards the sky. Similarly to your first circuit, we are going to do 10 to 15 repetitions. Do as many as you can with me in real time. Take note, and then when you end the video, you're going to repeat the circuit again 2 more times, completing a total of 3 circuits for circuit number 2. Let's go ahead and do this together in real time. On the hands and knees, kickbacks, here we go. Keep that core and that back nice and straight. Squeeze through your heels and your glutes. Core's engaged. Breathe. Halfway there. Keep that knee bent. 3 more. Last one. Good. Straight on to the other side. These are powerful little bands. I'm in love with these. You guys know how much I love the loop bands, and these just level it up even more. 3 more. Last one. Good. Onto the side. We're going to do our clams. Lift, lift. Bring them closer towards the top of the knees. We're opening and closing the nice small opens and closes. You're gonna feel it right here in the glute medius and minimus. Breathe, keep your back nice and straight. Hips are aligned, core is engaged. 2 more. Good. Go ahead and spin it to the other side or flip over. And ankles together, here we go. Try to keep your neck and spine neutral. Breathe. Good, you're doing a great job. 3 more. Okay, now remember, beginning above the thighs, intermediate underneath the knees, and advance at the ankles. We're doing straight-legged lead lifts. You can support your lower back here by placing your hands in a diamond right underneath your tailbone, and lift, exhale. Lift, exhale. Make sure that you are alternating legs, so this lift is number 2. Lift, 3, and lift 4. Other side. Good, breathe with it, 5, and 5. Core is tight, make sure that lower back is flat on the ground. Exhaling, inhale, breathing through it and keeping that back nice and straight. Breathe. Keep breathing for me. 1 more rep on each side. Here we go. 1. Relax. Good. Go ahead and bend the knees up. If your band is not at your thighs, move it there. Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Feel that little resistance on the outside of your legs. Palms are flat on the ground. Bring the heels close to your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, lift, lift. Really squeezing the glutes and the core as you lift. And make sure you're breathing with it. Control it on the way down. Make sure you have that nice control. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax. Now I forgot to tell you, but we're gonna do some roll-ups. So all we're gonna do is lift our legs up. Roll up, you can use the back of your hands, come into a squat, gently roll back down. So we're gonna roll up, squat, roll back down. I want you to focus on doing 8 to 12 of these. Control it as you come back down. You can use your hands for support, or you can do whatever active rest you wanna do here for about 30 to 60 seconds. We're using our core and our legs. Go ahead and give me 2 more. Breathe. Exhale as you come up. Use that momentum. 1 more for good measure. Wonderful, great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Take a nice break for 30 to 60 seconds, then repeat this circuit 2 more times. So once you've repeated this circuit 3 times total, as well as circuit number 1 3 times total, you have completed your Fit Simplify hip band booty workout. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love these things so much. I've really come accustomed to them and really enjoyed them, and I hope you have too. Thank you so much for joining me here, and until next time, take care.